Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. So I am getting started today on a love reading. Somebody called me to do this reading, so I'm here to deliver that for you. So if you are curious as to what's going on in your love life, if you want to know what's going on with a particular person or what situationship, whatever your deal is, again, I felt very drawn to do this today, so somebody called this in. Before I get started, I just want to let you know that the message that came through is don't overthink, just let it go. So I want you to think of whoever it is that brought you to this reading today. As we're going through, as we're shuffling, as we're figuring some things out, we'll go along and we'll dig a little deeper on that situation. So the first message that came up, don't overthink, just let it go. Somebody might be apprehensive to go forward in some situation. And again, maybe it's because they're thinking of all the ways it could go wrong instead of debating all the ways it could go right. So again, that's just the message that came out for someone out there. Somebody needed to hear that. All right, let's jump right in. So again, think of the person that's on your mind, whoever you came here to hear this reading for. Think of them. We'll jump right into their energy and see what's going on. All right, Spirit, tell me about this love connection, this love reading, this situationship, whatever this case is for the collective, please. What's the energy we need to tap into for them at this moment? Okay, new love. So we have a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. All right. So maybe somebody new just recently showed up in your energy and you're wondering what that situation is about. So when I hear the word stirred your romantic feelings, it's a feeling of like the butterflies in the stomach. Like it's new, so you're not sure yet where it could go. You're a little uncertain at this point in time, and you're kind of curious, like maybe this could go somewhere. But again, I'm getting that some of you are overthinking it, okay? So there's a song coming to my mind, and I couldn't tell you who sings it, but it's like, come over here and sit next to me. Let's see how things go naturally. And maybe if anybody knows the song lyrics or who sings that, they can put it down there. But that's what I'm getting with this, is that just enjoy being friends or enjoy doing things with each other, and then let things evolve naturally if they're meant to, okay? Don't rush anything. Don't force anything. If it is meant to be, it will be. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. So again, with the overthinking, it is very possible that some of you have felt the urge to want to do something, right? Or invite somebody out or whatever the situation is. But again, maybe your overthinking has caused you to hold back in some way. Like, I was going to ask them to come here with me or whatever, to go there with me. But I don't know if they'd want to go, and I don't want to feel that rejection feeling, so I'm just not going to do it. It's again, almost like you're focusing on the negative aspects of the outcomes rather than the potential or the positive outcomes. So with that, again, your advice from Spirit is don't overthink, just let it go. Okay? So if you are feeling nudged by the universe, you feel some intrigue with a person, you feel a connection in some way with a person, Spirit is saying that this might be worth your effort. Okay? Let's see what we have. What else? What else, please? Okay. We have two. So first one is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. And then the other one is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yep, I definitely said that. So this family issues could really honestly be one of the reasons that you're overthinking things. Maybe it's your family that's putting kind of those negative thought patterns in you, or it's already been there, okay, and that's something to work on. So maybe, again, and I've said this in past love readings, your family has instilled in you to be with a certain type of person, right? Does this person that you're thinking of pursuing or having this relationship with match what your family thinks you should have? And if it's not the normal situation, then that's kind of where your overthinking might play into this, okay? We're here on our spiritual journeys to unlearn a lot of that stuff. So, as we are healing those family issues, it does say your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so maybe someone is still hanging on to something from our parents. It could be resentment, it could be pain. Again, maybe they wanted you to marry this certain type of person, so you did, and that didn't work out. And now you're like, wait a minute, maybe you don't know what I want or need. And this is just kind of something that I was pushed towards, you know? That could go many different ways. So take that as it resonates for you. But it does also say here that there are romantic feelings happening. And again, the stirring of emotions is here. It's present. You know it, you feel it. Spirit is telling you to explore it. It's worth exploring, and they are real. So don't overthink your way out of this because of something potentially that, and again, parents are coming up here, but it could be any family in general. It could even be brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, grandparents, whatever. Something within your family might be trying to deter you away from it. All right. So as you heal the familial issues, you are also going to stop overthinking situations and trust the feelings that are coming out and just go for it. I wanted to look at the bottom of the deck too. It says, is it safe for you to love? Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I want you guys to listen to me. This is one of the things we're healing with our family issues, okay? This is heart chakra opening. So what's happening here is it feels like some of us are feeling out a situation at the moment, right? I don't know if it's safe yet to go into this. And again, I'm getting that you're more focusing on the hurt that could arise from it, and you're almost talking yourself out of it. But the thing is how are you ever even going to know if you don't even try? It's like you're shooting yourself in the foot before the race has even started. So for some of you out there, you're kind of doing this little dance. The dance of uncertainty and the dance of fear, yet you're like excited and wanting to move forward with something, right? There might be just this little hanging on that's occurring that's kind of saying, I really don't know if I want to get into this yet. Am I ready? Again, you're kind of questioning it. You know, maybe you did just come out of something serious and you're not quite sure if it is the time to jump right into something else again, okay? I am going to say, give yourself time and don't force anything, okay? If anything feels like it needs to be rushed or forced, it's not for you. The way spirit works is things happen in a flow state. So if things do occur naturally, okay, and things feel natural and right for you, then it is meant for you. And again, you might go in and it might hurt because things do end at some point, sometimes, but sometimes they don't. And so I'm getting like that quote. I don't know who said it. I know Michael Jordan said it, but someone said it before him. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So by shooting yourself in the foot before the race has even started, you're not getting anything out of that, because you're kind of quitting before you even have a chance to succeed. So, with the healing of the family issues, consider how much influence your family has on how you are moving forward in your relationships. Okay? And also consider your readiness for love. Because if you flat out feel that, like, I am absolutely not ready, I don't want to do this, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to take a step back and, again, assess why you're not ready. Okay, maybe I have a little more healing to do from the last situation. It kind of hurt me bad. Or maybe there was ones even before that were like, yeah, I didn't do so well through those. And now it's like you feel this new stuff, and it's almost that in the back of your mind, and I get that this is your ego kind of talking you out of this stuff. Like, well, no, this one's going to end just the same way as the other ones did, and you're still going to get hurt and things are going to happen, you know. But that is also happening from your family traumas, okay? It's almost like a karmic loop of you going in circles with yourself, saying it always ends badly. It always does this. It always does that. But there's something else within you that is opening up the realm of possibility of, well, maybe this time could be different. Maybe this time, since I know better and I've healed from some of these things, that this time will be different. Okay? So this is what your soul is trying to help you with at this time. Okay? Know within yourself that while love can be scary, it can also be very beautiful, right? And we should just be thankful for the moments of levity that we get in loving situations, because when the hurtful times come, we have the strength and stamina within us to go through those. And again, if you are doing it in a romantic partnership, you're doing it together. Maybe you both experienced similar family issues, right? And now you're coming together to work on them together. And that's a beautiful thing. All right, let's keep going. Tell me more about this new love, the situation. All right, we have mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. Okay, this to me, I'm putting it with the family issues, because I'm getting that this was something that you have experienced a lot in past relationships and in your family dynamics. So people have in the past put a mask on and come across as something. And then once you kind of get down into it, you find out, oh, that was just a mask and that's not really who they are. And so that's a fear of yours in getting in this new situation, because you're like, well, I'm just waiting for that mask to fall off. You know, I feel like it could be right and there's stuff going on here, but I'm still afraid that eventually that mask is going to fall off, you know. So I do see that underlying fear of that. All right, what else do we have here? Hand of Cards. It says take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. All right. So you were told by the universe to stop overthinking it and just let it go, and that it's worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. And that's the biggest thing in this right now, right? Your feelings are worth exploring. Love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. You have these emotions that are coming up. Right now, you're uncertain of what to do with them. And again, you're probably overthinking a lot of what's going on. But here's the situation. True that a lot of people out in society wear masks. Okay? It just is what it is. But one of our greatest gifts on our spiritual journey is the gift of discernment. Okay? So you get to decide who you think is wearing a mask and who isn't. And while potentially in the past people have fooled you, and it is what it is. We've all been fooled in some way or another. All right? So this feels like you, collective, where you're like, okay, I'm going to dip in and dip out, dip in and dip out, and we'll see how this goes because I'm still waiting for that mask to drop. Okay? What happens if you dip in and dip out and then that person finds someone else and it turns out there was no mask? You're going to be shooting yourself in the foot before the race even started. Okay? Let's see, what else do we have? Camera. We have reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. There it is. So we are learning from the past. Okay? Whatever happened in the past is gone and done. It was a lesson that was provided to you to teach you something. So again, knowing that people could be wearing masks and they're not who they say they are was probably one of your lessons. And it's okay if you had to learn it a couple times. Guess what? So did I. We all have, right? People do not always present themselves as their true, authentic selves. But here's the thing. You learned from that. And now you get to move forward and make new memories. You get to choose who's in your energy this time, and you get to choose who's allowed in your life, in your energy. You don't have to say yes to everybody. You absolutely don't. If someone comes up to you and asks you on a date or something like that, and you just don't feel good about it, or you don't particularly agree with, like, what I'm getting is their energy is off, right? Maybe, again, you're seeing their mask, but deep down you kind of feel that something's amiss. Then say no. You don't have to make memories with terrible people. Nobody's asking you to do that. All right. This one flew out. We have photograph. Okay, so now we have camera and photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Okay, another one that's talking about making new memories. So you are being called to let go of the past. Forgive your parents. Forgive anybody in the past that may have hurt you. And again, maybe they screwed you over pretty bad because you thought they were one way and they turned out not to be that way. But Spirit is calling you now to trust in whatever is stirring here and to make new memories and not to dwell on the past situations. What you get to take forward in this new situation is the lessons. You don't have to fear that this next person's going to hurt you as bad as the last person, because now you have discernment under your belt. Like, good for you. You learned that discernment lesson, right? The biggest thing that I say with discernment is trust what people do, their actions, over what they say. Somebody could talk your ear off all day long and say, I'm going to treat you well, and I'm going to buy you gifts, and I'm going to take you out to dinner, and I'm going to go on vacations with you. But then, like, you sit around for years and years and years, and none of that ever happens, okay? That's partly the mask. That's them trying to keep you baited in a situation with the promise of something that never arrives. So, that's what we're being careful of, and that's how we're using our discernment. All right, what else do we have? I just saw 1122. There we go. Thank you. The runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Okay. So again, I did mention the ego. The ego is kind of like the trap of the mind, trying to talk you out of stuff. Okay. Fear of intimacy. Some people are just terrified to get intimate with somebody. And it doesn't even have to be sexual. It could just be being close to somebody. You know, looking into the eyes of somebody. Something along those lines, you know. Like, as soon as that happens, you're like, oh, I gotta go. So maybe for you, collective, that's happened to you in the past. Again, maybe you were the one that wanted to go a little deeper, and then the other person that you were with, because they were wearing that mask, were like, yeah, I can't, I gotta go. But also, in turn, maybe you've been the runner. Maybe you have had a fear of intimacy and ran away from any form of intimacy in the past. So however that resonates for you. Let's see what else we have. Paradise. happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. This is so beautiful because I am getting that because we're, again, overthinking things. Some of us have had fantasies about this person. And again, maybe even vacations you could take. Hey, I'm going to go to this place with this person, but then something stops you from carrying it out. I don't know what it is, but guess what? I don't think you have a choice in the matter because Cupid's arrow is here. It says, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, but it also has hesitation. So you got struck by the arrow. Cupid's like, doink, here you go. There's your person. Here's your stirring of feelings. And you're in the background untrusting of it. Like, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to do all this again. This is going to hurt. It hurt last time. It hurt every last time there was. And I don't know if I want to go through that again. My heart can't take anymore. But here's the thing. It doesn't always have to hurt. And guess what? It hurts less and less the more you heal from the past hurt. So when you go into a new situation, I actually had a friend of mine years ago tell me that when their heart gets broken in a situation, that they love less the next time around. And that honestly broke my heart because I was like, ouch, I can't imagine doing that. I know you got hurt, but is it the next person's fault? You really have to consider that when you go into a new situation, okay? Heartbreak is what it is. And again, it's there to teach you a lesson. And mostly what it's there to teach you is what you don't want. Whether you were the one that left or they were the one that left, there was a reason behind it. Okay, whatever the reason was, you analyzed it, you overthought it, you wondered what could you have done differently, and it's okay. The other person may or may not have felt the same way. And that's part of the thing that goes along with the heart healing is, you know what? Sometimes the other person is wearing a mask, and they know it, and they don't care. And that's not on you. Forgiveness is what needs to happen here, and let go. You're not being asked to carry that burden repeatedly through your lifetime, okay? It's not on you is what I keep hearing. Let it go so that you can get into something new because it's definitely here. I'm feeling this in the now moment. This has already occurred in someone's life out there. But you might be like, I don't know how this is going to go. Again, we can't control the outcome of any situation. We just cannot. Sometimes, though, what we can enjoy is the other person's presence. We can enjoy their company. We can enjoy whatever is happening now and not worry so much about what's going to happen coming up in the future because that's always uncertain and it's not on us to control. We cannot always control the outcomes of situations. All right, let's jump into the tarot and see what we have going here. Let's dig a little deeper. Okay, tell me more about this situation here. Tell me more. The Chariot. Okay. So I'm getting that some of you really do want to move forward with it. And are actually either in the process of putting forth the effort to go or will be soon. You're not going to let your overthinking hold you back. And mostly because the feelings that are arising from this situation are too strong for you to just be like, yeah, no, I can't. All right, let's see what else we have. Justice. I love this because this feels like whatever it is that's coming in for you here is some sort of good karma payment back at you. You suffered through some terrible shit in your past. I'm going to help you out by sending you somebody that's going to match your energy for once. Don't overthink it. Just let it go. This is your justice, okay? Again, don't turn it down because it's meant for you. It was provided to you for something that you had to sacrifice for in the past. And in that, it's protected. Okay? It's balanced. With the Justice card, there's two pillars. There's the scales. In the Chariot, it's two, I don't know if this one, it's sphinxes, but it's normally horses, I believe. And it's a balance of masculine and feminine energy. It's moving forward in a balanced manner, right? You're focused, you're disciplined, and you're saying, I am going to do this. And why I love Justice being here is, again, karma. There's a reason that you were provided this person. I'm getting like, are you going to turn down a gift from the divine? Temperance. Wow. Major Arcana. Another balance card. It's literally about having one foot in the water, one foot out, but also having moderation in things with a sense of balance, peace, clarity. I love the Temperance card. It signifies Sagittarius, by the way. Whoops. Oh, we also got Judgment there and the Five of Cups. Okay. Four out of the five of these cards are Major Arcana. Major. Which means this is your destiny, people. You can try to avoid it. You can try to overthink your way out of it. But it was put here on your path for a divine purpose. You asked for something. The universe is like, here it is, on a silver platter. You wanted this? Here it is. This is your justice from some other terrible situation that you had to endure. Now, Judgment showing up here, and again, I'm tying this all with the family issues. Judgment is here because you have gone through and deciphered within yourself things that didn't belong in your life. Again, maybe you had different ways of thinking. Maybe your family was able and allowed to dictate who you date or who you marry or who you whatever with. And you're kind of waking up from that and saying, I see how this feels very oppressive and I don't want that for myself. Okay? Again, it could be dating outside your races. It could be dating outside your religions. It could even be dating outside your age bracket or gender. You know, you're like blurring those lines because you're like, were there supposed to be lines? I don't think that there's supposed to be lines when it comes to love. I should be able to date whoever I want, whenever I want, however I want. It's my choice. It's my life. So this is you standing up for yourself and enjoying that. And I love that for you guys. There's also the Five of Cups here. So this is taking me to overthinking. Again, it's almost like you're psyching yourself out at the loss of what could happen before you've even gone into it. It's really, it's hard to bear because I'm feeling it for you. And it's almost like you're sitting there in sadness going, well, if I were to get into this situation, I could be so happy. I get that. But what happens if, and again, that's where the overthinking comes in. If they ever leave, or if I ever lose them, or if this was ever to turn sour, like I couldn't handle that kind of heartbreak again, you know? But that is all tied into what love is, right? We take them for the good, the bad, the ugly, the whatever, okay? And that's a risk we take. And you have to, again, go back to this hand of cards. Is it a risk you're willing to take? Are you willing to accept someone else in their entirety? And that includes all parts of them, all right, with no mask on, and accept them the way they are. And I'm also getting that you have a fear of that in the other person accepting you the way you are. It's okay to have that fear, okay? Some people can be judgmental. But not everybody is. Some people are unconditionally loving towards humanity in general. Okay? It's like we just want to see you all do well and wish you well. I don't wish harm or evil or anything on anybody. I just don't. I don't have it within me. I want to see you all succeed. I want to see you all do well. I want to see you all find love. I wish that for all of you. Okay? And sometimes, yes, that comes with sadness. All right? Loss can be hard to deal with. And this might even be some of you who have lost a spouse. Maybe you did truly love somebody before, and you didn't have a terrible experience, and you lost them. That can be very tough to handle and deal with, and then to, again, try to jump into something new. All right? It's tough. But you are being asked to let go whatever might be holding on or hindering you from wanting to move forward in something new. If you're ready, you're ready. And if you're not, maybe we've got a little more healing to do. All right. I want to get some messages from your person. Let's see what your person has to say. I just want to hear your voice. That's so cute. Just talk to me. I just want to hear your voice. And I'm getting that this might be some of the fear in some of you that feel that you're going to move into a new situation and that you don't have anything to offer them. You're like, what could I possibly offer somebody of this caliber? And all they want is to hear your voice. Like, it doesn't matter. We're not asking you for anything. You just need to show up. I just want to hear your voice. Okay. I'm afraid you will forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. Okay, this feels more like your energy collective. The people that are kind of in and out about stuff and overthinking. You're everything I want and need. I think that is reciprocated, honestly. I feel like that is between the two of you. You both agree that that's the case. I'm taking time to find myself again. Hey, again, maybe that's both of you. So again, that has to do with healing the family issues. Sometimes we get lost in other relationships, and that might be another fear that's arising. Maybe I put too much into the other person in a past relationship, and that's a lot of too what could be causing you this sadness, this grief, this disappointment even. Feeling let down. I put my all into this relationship. It was not reciprocated. It was not balanced. And I got nothing in return. And again, maybe they were wearing their mask and they could care less what you put in. So that's a lot of what we are taking the time out for, to be ready for something new. And that's beautiful. All right, what else? Don't wait around for me. Okay, see, they want you to be happy. They want you to live your life, and don't feel that you need to sit here and wait for them as they heal and as they take the time to find themselves again. All right. Got 2. I am going through a dark night of the soul and need space. Hey, that's perfectly acceptable. That could be either one of you. So again, going back to the healing of family issues. Maybe you found each other while this was going on. And so they almost feel like they've let you down in some way because they wanted to proceed and they wanted to move forward with something, but they're processing something heavy at the moment. Okay. So again, if it needs to be rushed, if it needs to be hurried, it's not for you. So you or your person understand this about each other. No matter how hard I try, my thoughts always sway back to you. All right. Chronic overthinker. I didn't know what love felt like until you came along. That's so nice. And again, maybe with these family issues that they're healing, Maybe there was not an expression of love in their household. I honestly hear that story over and over and over again. How did your family express love? Did they even ever express love? Did they hug you? Did they kiss you? Did they encourage you? You know, a lot of this stuff just did not happen in our generations past us. So we get to change the script of that and say, I am going to choose to do different. Those of us who are having kids now and who did not receive the love in our household growing up are saying, I'm going to show my kids all the love. They deserve it, and I deserve it. So it's almost like because you did not receive that love or that affection growing up, you're turning around and saying, I don't wish that on anybody. And so you're now giving it out freely because everybody deserves to have it. I miss us. Okay, so maybe this person has been in your energy and maybe you have done things together and something has stopped that from occurring, okay? It doesn't have to be a past love. This could be a past love knocking on your door, though. Like, hey, remember me? I'm with them because I couldn't have you. Okay. So maybe this person, and again, I'm getting this with past energy. I'm unsure in everybody's situation, but it feels like somebody in the past settled. And they settled because they weren't ready for this new situation. Like, I almost feel like there's two people coming into the reading now all of a sudden. Like, it started out one way and then it's like, this someone else is jumping in this energy. That's really interesting. I became numb because I refused to take accountability for my behavior. All right. So that is for someone who might have substance abuse issues, alcoholism, that kind of stuff. So maybe this is a past person that's kind of jumping in and interfering with this reading all of a sudden. And they're in regret, but they're kind of thinking about their actions at this point. Okay, this would have been like a previous third-party situation. And I'm getting like they zoned themselves out. They numbed themselves out. And chose that and some easier situation over you. All right. In the bottom of the deck, we have I crave you. That's like hunger. That's like, I think of you often, I daydream about you often, I might even fantasize about you often, and I crave you. But am I going to move forward and do the thing? I'm still uncertain about that. I'm still feeling that energy out. Very interesting here. Oh, okay. Well, that is all I have for you. There is not much to give you advice on here other than don't overthink and just let it go, okay? If you are dealing with this overthinker as your person, have patience with them. Again, they're telling you not to wait around as they are healing themselves, okay? They're taking the time to find themselves again because I'm getting very strongly here that they have lost themselves in previous relationships and they don't want that to happen again. And I'm also getting some self-worth issues, okay? I'm afraid you'll forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. Like, who am I? I'm nobody, you know? So here's the situation. You're going to come across this person, or you have already, and it may feel like the timing is off because one or both of you is still healing from something in the past, and that's okay. But Spirit is giving you this as a gift, a divine gift. It's kind of like you need to heal your heart from something, so we're going to send you this earth angel, and they're going to help you through it. You don't have to accept the gift, but it is a divine gift. And I don't know if that's wise to reject a divine gift. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? I also picked up on some third party energy here, okay? Some past person trying to also knock on your door. So as you're going through this new situation, you might be stirring up something in a past person who things didn't work out with for whatever reason. And they might suddenly be at your door also. Like, hey, remember me? I see you're with some new person. I also want to knock on your door at this time. You know, again, not saying you have to do anything with anybody. Use your discernment, okay? That's also your divine gift. So, thank you so much for joining me on today's reading. Like I said, somebody manifested this love reading, and I'm happy to deliver it. So, I want you to fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without, and keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and love. Thank you to all of my subscribers and followers. I truly appreciate it. I really, really, really do. I've been putting in my comment section that I have another channel, and you can go check that out as well. Right now it's brand new. There's not much content on it yet, but it is Visionary Holistic Solutions. So you can look that up. I'm actually showing my face if you're curious about that. So anyways, take care, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.